Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports betting scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome guys back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today we've got some more baseball for you guys, along with a NBA playoff game and a NHL playoff game that we'll talk about both of them. Before we jump into today's card, we'll look back at this weekend in general. I know I did not do a show on. I didn't do a show for ESB yesterday. I did do the college baseball one. So my attentions were kind of tilted towards that. Plus, yesterday morning, got to go over to my grandparents' house, got to see them for a little bit. So that was very nice on Memorial Day. But we'll look back at, yesterday was a good day, up 2.63 units. Over the Saturday, Sunday, Monday scale, we were up 4.69. We've been profitable now in 9 out of 10 days. Going back all the way to, I believe it was last Friday. What was it? Going back to last Saturday, we've been up 20 units. So very, very happy with how the last little while has been going. Yeah, 10 days. 9 out of the last 10 days we've been profitable. Hopefully making it 10 out of 11 today. Yesterday, we had we had the Detroit Tigers on the money line to start it off, which was a nice winner. We had the under in the Brewers game, which was a nice winner. We had the over in the Orioles game, which had 7 runs in the first 5 innings. Nothing after that. So that was our first loser of the day. The under in the Royals game, under in the Rangers game was a winner. The Reds were a winner. Cleveland didn't show up. I figured bad spot for the Dodgers. I was wrong. Carolina Hurricanes plus 155. Everybody was saying, "Oh, Panthers sweep. Give me the Canes. Canes win." Arizona on the run line yesterday. That was a cash cow spot versus Pittsburgh. Nice winner there, 5-0. And then unfortunately, end of the night we have 2 losers and Oklahoma City up big all game. Second half wasn't too great. Oklahoma City wins by 2. We had the -3. And probably even worse, I had the Marlins, who were up 3-0, even 3-2 going into the 8th inning. They tied it, and then San Diego won it in the bottom of the 11th inning. So 2 heartbreaking losses in the night. What could have been a 6-unit day ended up being up 2.63. Still in the profit. I'll take it. Honestly, there's a bunch of games that could have flipped the opposite way. So it is what it is. Could have been a massive day. We're still up, still profitable, and still 9 out of 10 days in the green. What's up, Stop Geo? Morning, Tim. Any thoughts on the Astros and the Athletics? Yes, I'll be on the Athletics. I'm on the Athletics every single day. It hasn't changed. I'm not going to change. They finally won one the other day. They snapped their 10-game losing streak. I think they're going to get back on a winning streak. So it is Athletics every single day, no matter who they play, because I even took them against my Mets. So I don't care who the Athletics play. I'm taking them every single day, and I think it's going to be a profitable thing. No matter what people say. We'll go ahead. I'm going to quickly put them on the site. Boom, boom. We're going to go ahead and jump into the MLB card. We'll start with the LA Dodgers and the Cleveland Guardians. The Dodgers -125 with a total of 8.5 in this game. I'm going to go refresh all of my pages real quick because I did not do that before the stream. We get Dustin May and Tanner Bybee Dustin May this year, 9 starts, a 2-4 record, 4.09 ERA, 50 and 2/3 innings pitched, 23 earned runs, 18 walks, and 49 strikeouts. He has been solid enough in 9 starts. He's allowed 3 earned runs or less in 6 of them. He had 2 starts where he allowed 4 against Atlanta and LA, the Angels, and he had 1 game where he allowed 7. That was the game against the Cubbies. On the opposite side, you got Tanner Bibby, who, or Bibby, however you pronounce it, 10 starts, 4-4 record, 3.57 ERA, 58 innings pitched, 23 earned runs, 18 walks, and 43 strikeouts. And he's been okay as well. He's allowed 2 earned runs or less in 7 out of his 10 starts. He has had 3 bad starts where 4 earned runs against the Reds, 6 against the Orioles, and 7 against the Angels. The Orioles and Angels games were both within his first 3 starts of the year. He's been solid ever since. We'll go ahead and take a look at the WRC Plus numbers. Dodgers, obviously, number 1 in baseball against – wow. The Yankees are no longer number 1 in right-handed against righties. That's now the Dodgers. 125 WRC Plus for them. And the Guardians are – wow, way down there. 99 WRC Plus, which is slightly below average. We'll go ahead and take a look at the line movement real quick. Because I want to see – not South Point. I don't care about South Point. I want to look at Bet Online because they have the best in terms of line. Oh, they opened up their lines the earliest. Opened up at Dodgers minus 125. It's gone up to 130, 132, 138, back down to 122, which is very, very interesting. So line moving towards the Guardians as of late. With all the money coming in on the Dodgers, 82% of the bets and 56% of the money. 81% of the bets and 54% of the money is on the money line. I think we're going to start off with the Guardians here. I don't like Dustin May. And Bibby's been somebody we've been backing a bunch this year. I can get plus 110 on the Guardians. With all that line movement, with the money the way it is, we're going to play guard ball again. The Guardians have just been a team that we've been backing a bunch as of late because that's where the market's like. And they've been pretty solid as of late. So I'm going to go ahead and take I'm going to take the Guardians here. Cleveland Guardians to start the day. Guardians, contest play. Love it. Sorry about the contest. Let's keep on rolling. We get the St. Louis Cardinals and the Baltimore Orioles. The Cardinals are around minus 115 with a total of 9. You get Andre Palante taking on Tomoyuki Sagano. Andre Palante this year has been solid enough. I mean, whenever you get a pitcher that can get you a start every 5 days, get you 6 innings most of the time, 10 starts, a 4-3 record with a 4.18 ERA, solid enough. 56 innings pitched, 23 earned runs, 20 walks, and 35 strikeouts. On the opposite side, you got Saganu, who has pitched in 10 games this year. Once again, this is probably the best pitcher for the Orioles right now. 3.07 ERA in 58 and 2/3 innings pitched, 20 earned runs, 10 walks, 32 strikeouts. He's been solid enough. He's allowed 3 earned runs or less in all but one of his starts. And that one start was a 4-run start. So Saganu, I'm going to say pitching advantage towards the Orioles in this one. Hitting advantage, both of them are going up against righties. St. Louis, 110 WRC plus, and then Baltimore is 111. So slight hitting advantage towards the Orioles as well. Let's go check in on the line movement. Line opened up at Baltimore minus 110. Now it's Baltimore plus 102. So lines moving towards St. Louis. No line movement on the total. But it makes sense that the line's moving towards St. Louis. 55% of the bets and 74% of the money is on St. Louis. which is going to end up keeping me off this game. I wanted to look towards Baltimore, but with those numbers the way they are, everything doesn't correlate. So we're going to go ahead and pass on the Orioles game. Remember when we called Tim special guest? Now he's the only and main host. See, I was never a special guest. So yeah, no, it was never that case. Let me quickly. I forgot to do this. Boom. Cool. Yeah, I was never a special guest. Let's keep on rolling. We get the Giants and the Tigers going at it. The Giants are minus 120 with a total of 7.5. We got Logan Webb taking on Jack Flaherty. Logan Webb this year, 11 starts, a 5-4 record, a 2.67 ERA, 67 and a third innings pitched, 20 earned runs, 16 walks, and 74 strikeouts. He's been very, very consistent. And he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. Let me pull up the MLB Cy Young odds real quick, just to get an idea of where he's standing. Awards. Cy Young Award for the National League. Logan Webb is 10-1, which is fourth. He's just out of that Skeens Wheeler Yamamoto club. And he's just ahead of Hunter Green, Jesus Lizard, and Kodai Senga. So, where's Griffin Canning? Not in there anymore. All right, never mind. But Logan Webb's been great all year. On the opposite side, you got Jack Flaherty, 10 starts, a 2-6 record, 4.39 ERA, 53 and a third innings pitched, 26 earned runs, 18 walks, and 64 strikeouts. Once again, he's been solid enough for a back piece in that Tigers rotation. We'll go ahead and look at the WRC plus numbers for these two sides. Detroit is 10th WRC plus, 108 for their WRC plus. On the opposite side, you've got the San Francisco Giants, who are 99 WRC plus, which is 20th. So hitting advantage towards the Tigers. Pitching advantage towards the Giants. We'll go ahead and take a look at the line movement. It's gone from Giants minus 116 to minus 120. So line movement is going towards the Giants, which makes sense because 51% of the money of the tickets, 54% of the cash is going towards the Giants. 80 and 77 going towards the over, but I'm not really as worried about the total in this game. I want to take the Giants in this one. I like Logan Webb, although he doesn't do as well on the road, but I do like Logan Webb. I think he's a solid pitcher and kind of a bounce back spot after they kind of were flat yesterday. Give me the Giants here. I can get minus 120 on the money line. We'll take San Fran against Detroit here. Backing Logan Webb. And I can't type. Ooh, still can't type. We'll go ahead and move on to the ugliest matchup where if all the teams can just go away, that'd be great. The Atlanta and the Philadelphia Phillies. It's a pick 'em with a total of 8.5. You got Spencer Strider taking on Ranger Suarez. Strider has pitched twice this year. They lost both of his starts. He's 0-2 with a 5.7, which is just 6 earned runs in 9 and a third innings pitched. 11 hits, 2 walks. They've kept him. They've had him on a decent pitch count. He just hasn't pitched well, which is not really surprising. He's coming off of he pitched once, and then he had the extended time off again, and then he pitched again. So he's only pitched once since coming back. Ranger Suarez is on the opposite side. 4 starts, 3-0 record, 3.7 ERA, 24 and a third innings pitched, 10 earned runs, 7 walks, 23 strikeouts. He has been really solid this year because you take out that 7-run game against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he has been fantastic, pitching about 21 innings, allowing 3 earned runs. So he has been great. So pitching advantage, as crazy as it sounds, towards the Philadelphia Phillies. Atlanta versus lefties is 20th in baseball at 79 WRC plus. Not great, but Ronald Acuna Jr. is back, and that's only going to help that one. Philadelphia against righties is 105 WRC plus, which is mid-pack 14th. We go ahead and look at the line movement, where the line has not moved. Opened up minus 105 for Philly. Now they're minus 107. So slight line movement towards Philly. Lines actually moved towards the over in this game, too, going from 8 at minus 115 for the over to 8.5 at minus 110, so up a half a run, which makes sense because 79% and 83% of 79% of tickets, 83% of the money is on the over. An overwhelming amount of money, 78% and 78% of tickets and 92% of the money is on Philly today. I was kind of looking at Atlanta, which is crazy. I was kind of looking at Atlanta to win this game just because Philadelphia is coming back from a long road trip out west where they played in Colorado and Sacramento. I could also see it under in this game. I feel like I'm just going to end up laying off and hoping both teams lose. Not going to happen. I kind of lean Braves. That's the crazy thing. And the line movement the way it is with all this money. You know what? I'm going to back the Braves here. I know it's gross, but I want to take the shot. I can get minus 104 for Atlanta here. Sign me up for the Braves versus the Phillies today. There we go. All right. Braves minus 104. Let's keep on rolling. We got the Minnesota Twins and the Tampa Bay Rays. The Twins are minus 120 with a total of 8 in this game. We've got Joe Ryan versus Taj Bradley. Joe Ryan has been fantastic this year. 10 starts, 10 appearances, 9 games he started. The one game he came in relief, he went 5 innings versus the Guardians. I'm guessing that was the I want to say that was the game that was interrupted by rain. Bailey Ober went 3 innings, and then Ryan came in. I think that was the game that was affected by rain. 4-2 record with a 2.68 ERA, 57 innings pitched, 17 earned runs, 8 walks, and 67 strikeouts. He's been great to the point where he's even put himself 55-1 to win the Cy Young. So not quite where I thought he would be. On the opposite side, you got Taj Bradley, who 10 starts, 4-3 record, a 4.61 ERA, 56 and 2/3 innings pitched, 29 earned runs, 24 walks, and 48 strikeouts. He's been solid enough for this rotation as a 4-5 starter. We'll go ahead and take a look at the WRC plus numbers, both of them facing righties. Tampa Bay Rays, 12th, WRC plus 107. Minnesota, 101. So hitting advantage towards the Rays. I feel like the pitching advantage 100% with the Twins. We'll take a look at the line movement. Line's gone from minus 116 to minus 116 for the Minnesota Twins. So no line movement there. Total has not moved either. Total has moved from 8 minus 115 for the over to 8 minus 125 for the over. Sorry. So line movement towards the over in this game, which is interesting. We look at the money for the money line. 56% of the bets, 58% of the money is on Minnesota. 78 and 77 for the over. I kind of wanted to lean Tampa here, but I'm going to end up passing on this one. Joe Ryan has looked great. Don't really want to fade him right now, so this one will be a pass for me. We'll keep on rolling because we got the White Sox and the Mets. The Mets are minus 270 with a total of 8 in this game. We got Jonathan Canning going for the White Sox and Tyler McGill for the Mets. Canning this year has been great. 10 appearances, 8 starts, a 2-5 record, which who cares about the record when you're playing on the White Sox? A 3.76 ERA. That's impressive. 55 for a White Sox. 55 innings pitched, 23 earned runs, 17 walks, and 42 strikeouts. He's been pretty good. One of those solid arms. Because he did pitch last year, so this is his second year. He's looking like a solid piece of this rotation for the White Sox. On the opposite side, you got McGill, who has been great this year. He finally bounced back after a couple of bad starts. 10 starts for him this year, 3-4 record, a 3.56 ERA. 58 innings pitched, 19 earned runs, 23 walks, and 66 strikeouts. I would give the pitching advantage towards the Mets still. I would give the hitting advantage, obviously, towards the Mets. The Mets are 11th WRC plus versus righties. White Sox are third to last, only ahead of Pittsburgh and Colorado. So hitting advantage, pitching advantage towards New York. We look at the line movement and 10 cents towards the Mets from 255 to 265 up to 270. So some line movement towards the Mets. This line opened up at an 8.5. It's gone down to 8 to 7.5, back up to 8. So since the opening line, it's gone from 8.5 plus 100 for the over to 8 at minus 105. So a line movement towards the under. We look at it. All the money, 92% and 93% are on the Mets. Bunch on the over. Don't really care about that. Here's the deal. 180 to 280. Mets are still in that range. 92% of the money. Of the bets, 93% of the money is on the Mets. And lines moving towards the Mets. You know where this one's going. The New York Mets today are a cash cow spot. So we'll go ahead and jump on them. Yeah. Their run line today, I can get at minus 122. The New York Mets cash cow spot today. So Mets run line. We'll keep on rolling. Kind of like the note. Not that I kind of like it, but the no chat today, so we're kind of moving through the game, so you guys don't have to sit here super long. By the way, I see 30 people watching on Twitter. We're live currently on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel and on the Earle Sports Bets YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested in that and coming over and being able to chat, you guys can do that. Let's head to the Reds and the Royals. We were on the Reds yesterday, and they had a nice 7-4 win. Today, it's Brady Singer versus Daniel Lynch IV. Brady Singer this year, 10 starts, a 5-3 record, a 4.88 ERA, 51 and a third innings pitched, 28 earned runs, 22 walks, and 46 strikeouts. Once again, for Brady Singer's been okay. 4.88 is a little bit higher than you would want it for, especially for a former first-round pick. On the opposite side, you got Dylan Lynch, which I'm not even going to worry about because this is his 23rd appearance of the year. He's going to be starting his second game. And I believe the one game he started, an inning and 2/3. So he is a bullpen arm. It does not matter his statistics. We'll go ahead and look at Royals versus righties, which is awful, 27 WRC plus. We'll look at Reds versus both sides. Reds versus lefties are 23rd in baseball, 76 WRC plus. Reds versus righties, 103 WRC plus, which is 17th. The Royals bullpen has actually been good this year, so I'm not really in the mood to fade them. We'll go ahead and take a look at the line movement because I might want to look towards an under in this game. Line's gone from minus 105 to minus 120 for the Royals, so line's moving towards the Royals. Line opened up at an 8.5. It's down to an 8. So line movement is heading towards the under in this game, which is interesting. And I kind of like that. Royals, a lot of money, 84, 86 on the over. A lot of money coming in on the Royals. 61% of the bets and 81% of the money is on the Royals. I am going to go ahead and take the under here. I like the both teams not really hitting versus their respective sides. Not to mention that, the Reds have just been underwhelming this year. Although their offense has been fine, they've just been underwhelming in general. I can get 8.5 at minus 115. So we're going to go ahead and grab the under here. Both teams struggling to hit. Give me the under 8.5 in this one. Great to see you. Hey, Mike. How you doing? And we've got Reds. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to go after the Reds. A lot of the money and stuff, a lot of line movement and everything is all in favor of the Royals. But I'm not going to talk you off of them as long as it goes under. That's all that matters. Let's go ahead and head to this one, which, yeesh. The Cubbies are minus 320 today. They're going up against the Rockies, so it makes sense. 7.5 is your total. German Marquez versus Cade Horton. Marquez this year has been a walking pitching machine. A 7.66 ERA, a 1-7 record in 10 starts, 47 innings pitched, 40 earned runs, 18 strikeouts and 18 walks and 26 strikeouts. The fact that you've given up 14 more earned runs than strikeouts is concerning. He's allowed 6 earned runs or more or 5 earned runs or more in all but 4 of his starts. Like, he has been awful this year. Just a human pitching machine for the former All-Star. On the opposite side, you got Cade Horton, who the Cubbies have won all of his appearances. 4.4 ERA. In 14 and a third innings pitched, 7 runs, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts. I mean, he's been solid, but he hasn't really pitched all that much. We'll go ahead and take a look at the hitting stats, which I can tell you the Rockies suck, bottom. Cubs are great. They're 4th WRC plus, only behind Dodgers, Yankees, and Diamondbacks. So hitting advantage, pitching advantage, all with the Cubs, as it should be. They're minus frickin' 320. Line movement, open up at 300, up to 325. All the line, this is stupid. Where is the game here? All the money is coming in on the Cubbies. All the money is coming in on the over. I am not doing anything. This one's a complete stay away spot. Had to talk about it, but I don't see any value in going after this game. What is your pick on Red Sox and Brewers? I have not made a pick on them yet. I'm not going to because the Red Sox are TBD for pitcher. I have no clue who the Red Sox are starting. Do we have a pitcher for the Red Sox? Undecided. Yeah, I can't break it down if I don't have a pitcher for the Red Sox. So I got nothing for you. Rockies first 5. 320 is steep for the Cubs. I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. I'm just not laying 320. That's ridiculous. So let's head to Texas, the Rangers and the Blue Jays. The Rangers are minus 145 with a total of 8. Braden Francis and Nathan Eovaldi. Francis this year has been garbage. 5.54 ERA amongst 10 starts, a 2-6 record, 50 and a third innings pitched, 31 earned runs, 16 walks, and 40 strikeouts. At least he's averaging more strikeouts than runs, unlike German Marquez. And Braden Francis is going up against Nathan Eovaldi, who has been really freaking good this year. 11 starts, a 4-3 record, a 1.6 ERA, including a complete game. That complete game coming on April 1st in a 1-0 win versus the Reds. 12 earned runs and 67 in a third innings pitched, 9 walks, 71 strikeouts. And Anthony Eovaldi is having himself a year to the point where he is 6th in Cy Young odds at 12-1. He's tied with Jacob deGrom. That's how well he's pitching this year. 2 weeks ago, minus 110 to win the Cy Young, which is absolutely insane. But not as insane as Aaron Judge, minus 2,500 to win the MVP, which is just insane. But 100% pitching advantage, Rangers. Now, hitting advantage goes towards, Texas is 26 WRC plus against righties, 87 on WRC plus in general. The Blue Jays, did I miss them? Where are they? That's Tampa Bay Rays. Where's Toronto? Oh, right above them, 24th, which is 96 WRC plus. Holy trash. Both of these two teams can't hit against righties, which is probably going to lead me towards a certain total. But let's look at the total. Wow, it's actually moved up from 7.5 minus 102 for the under to 8 at minus 116. So the line's moving towards the under. Line's also moving towards the Toronto Blue Jays because it opened up at Texas minus 162. Now it's down to Texas minus 140, which that's very, very interesting considering I just gave all the advantages to the Rangers. With 73% of the tickets and 70% of the money on the Rangers, and the line's moving towards Toronto. Yeah, I'm not going to touch a total in this game because the line movement's saying that the Nathan Eovaldi pitch is bad today. I'm taking the Blue Jays here. Let's see if I could. There they are. I'm taking the Blue Jays here. I can get them at plus 128. As crazy as it sounds, even though I have the pitching advantage and everything, the line movement is just weird. 70% plus money on Texas line has moved from minus, what was it, 1? Where were they? Minus 165 to minus 140. Give me Toronto. Toronto plus 128. Rangers smash. No, thank you. I've been right at capping MLB up to this point of the year. Usually so damn busy at work. I can't commit on live morning shows. Like I want to shake my head, keeping my mouth shut and listening to the cap. Appreciate it, Top Geo. I appreciate you stopping by in general. I couldn't get Scooble Cy Young 16-1 like off season, so I passed. Tigers hometown fans, so I knew those odds were way off. But I usually don't do futures. Not good enough of a better for that. I mean, futures are long shots for everybody, but I understand. I understand where you're going with that. Let's keep on rolling. I already kind of mentioned where I was at in this one. And it's scary because you got the Astros who are minus 210 with a total of 7.5. JP Sears and Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown has been fantastic. But JP Sears first, 10 starts, 4-4 record, 4 ERA, 54 innings pitched, 24 earned runs, 10 walks, and 42 strikeouts. Coming off of giving up 600 runs versus the Dodgers, versus the Angels, not particularly great. But the Athletics finally snapped their losing streak. On the opposite side, you got Hunter Brown, who has been exceptionally well. Although he had a little bit of a bad start his last time out, 5 earned runs and 7 hits against the Tampa Bay Rays. 10 starts, 6-3 record, a 2.04 ERA, a complete game. He went a complete game the game before, which was a 8-inning loss. That's why it was a complete game. 61 and a 2/3 innings pitched, 14 earned runs, 16 walks, and 71 strikeouts. Hunter Brown's been fantastic. That being said, I take the Athletics every single day, so nothing's really changed. We'll go ahead and take a look at the WRC plus numbers. Houston versus lefties, 97 WRC plus, slightly below average. Oakland versus righties is 108. So hitting advantage towards the Athletics. quickly look at the line movement, even though it really doesn't matter. The lines moved significantly towards the Astros. But at 7.5, it wouldn't be a cash cow to begin with. All the money, all the tickets, and everything on the Astros. I am on the Athletics because I bet them every single day. It's scary, I know. It doesn't always win, I know. We finally won the last game. I think we're going to end up being profitable at the end of the year. Astros smash. They should. They should. This Athletics team that's now 8 games under 500, so they should. But I'm not gonna buy into that. Let me check one thing real quick. Okay, never mind. We'll go ahead and jump into the next game. We got the New York Yankees taking on the LA Angels. Carlos Rodon and Tyler Anderson. Rodon this year, 2.88 ERA. He's been great. 11 starts, 6-3 record, 65 2/3 innings pitched, 21 earned runs, 26 walks, and 80 strikeouts. So really good strikeout numbers for Mr. Rodon. On the opposite side, you got Tyler Anderson, who has been pitching solid enough for this Angels team. Once again, when you can get a pitcher, a 3, 4, 5 in your rotation with a 3.6 ERA among 10 starts, a 2-1 record, 55 innings pitched, 22 earned runs, 20 walks, 43 strikeouts, solid enough. So Tyler Anderson is doing his job. We'll go ahead and take a look at the WRC plus numbers. Both of them against the Yankees. Both of them against lefties. Yankees are number 1 WRC plus. So they have been really, really solid. 150 WRC plus for them. Angels, 75 WRC plus, so half of that, which is 24th in baseball. So hitting advantage towards the Yankees. Let's go ahead and take a look at the line movement in this game. The line movement's gone from -167 to -195 for the Yankees. Lines opened up for the over at -107 for the 9. Now it's +102 for the 9. So line movement towards the under in this game. 89% of the bets and 92% of the money is on the Yankees on the money line, whatever. And 58 on the over. I was kind of leaning under in this game, but the line movement, the line movement kind of helps out with the under in this game because it's moved towards the under. Money's on the over. I like these two pitchers. I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this game. So Yankee game, under the total. I can get under 8.5. I can get under 9 at -113. So we're going to go ahead and take the under 9 between the Yankees and the Angels. I see this one as a lower scoring game. Yanks smash. They should. Why don't you just parlay all of them? Parlay all the big favorites. There you go. Let's keep on rolling. We got 3 more baseball games today. We got the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Arizona Diamondbacks. You got the Diamondbacks sitting at the -245 number with a total of 8.5. We get Barrows taking on Burns. Barrows has pitched 1 game this year. Appeared 2 times in his career. Last game against the Brewers, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 hits, 3 strikeouts in 5 innings, which gives him a 7.2 ERA. Not buying much into that one. I think he's going to give you a decent amount of innings, so I'm not going to buy too much into that last start. On the opposite side, you got Burns, who started in 9 games, a 3-2 record, a 2.73 ERA, 52 2/3 innings pitched, 16 earned runs, 22 walks, and 51 strikeouts. He has been pretty good this year. And that's even coming off of missing. He started his last 3 starts, but he missed about 2.5 weeks in between that. But Burns is pretty. I feel like he's almost back to his Milwaukee days form. We'll go ahead and take a look at the WRC plus numbers. Arizona, big hitting advantage there, 122 WRC plus, which is 3rd in baseball. Pittsburgh, 79 WRC plus, which is 29th, only ahead of the Colorado Rockies. So pitching advantage, Diamondbacks. Hitting advantage, Diamondbacks. As it should, because they are, minus 245. Line movement. Opened up at 240. It's up to 247. So not a crazy amount of line movement. And slight line movement towards the under. All the money's coming in on the Diamondbacks. 93% of the bets, 95% of the tickets. Line is moving towards them, and they're within the 180 to 280. And all the money's coming in on them. I feel like this is another cash cow spot. We had the Diamondbacks as a cash cow yesterday. I think we're going to get them again. We're going to go ahead and take them again today as a cash cow as well. I can get their run line at minus 113. So sign me up. Diamondbacks, another cash cow spot today. D-backs smash, as they should. Bunch of big favorites, not really. Well, I took the D-backs today, but that's a different story. We got the Marlins and the Padres coming up next. We got Meyer versus Kolek. The Padres minus 160, total of 8. Myers this year, for a Marlins pitcher, has been good. He had a rough stretch of 3 games where he allowed 5-5-5 to Seattle, Oakland, and Chicago. Other than that, 3 earned runs or less in all of his starts. 10 starts, 3-4 record, 4.15 ERA, 56 and a third innings pitch, 26 earned runs, 17 walks, and 63 strikeouts. He's been solid. Kolek, 4 starts this year to a 2-1 record, a 2.84 ERA, 25 and a third innings pitched, 8 earned runs, 21 strikeouts. Keep in mind, 9 of those innings shutout was against the Colorado Rockies, so the numbers could be a little bit skewed the other way for him, because in his other starts, he's allowed 8 earned runs in 16 innings. But other than that, he take away those 9 innings, and those numbers don't look as great. But he had one really good start in Colorado. Let's take a look at line movement or WRC plus numbers, both of them against righties. Miami, 22nd WRC plus against righties, 98. San Diego, 16th, which is 104 WRC plus. So neither team hitting against righties super crazy. We'll go ahead and take a look at the line movement. And this one, lines moved towards the Miami Marlins again. 70 went from minus 175 to minus 160 for the Padres. Am I going to end up taking the Marlins again? Where's the line movement for this game? There it is. All the money, all the tickets and stuff coming in on the Padres. I want to go after the Marlins again. I like Meyer. I think he's solid. I think Kolek is due for regression. Line moving towards San Diego when all the money. Line moving towards Miami when all the money's on San Diego. Plus 145. Give me the Miami Marlins to take the series from the Padres. Because I know that they played. Oh, they played what, 2 days ago? 2. But they've only played the 1 game. My bad. And they lost in extra innings. That's right. I took Miami the day before as well against the Angels. That's what it was. Let's roll. Marlins plus 145. Marlins first 5 or the team total. I would rather go first 5. I don't want to trust their offense super crazy like that. Final MLB game of the day, and we get the Seattle Mariners hosting the Washington Nationals. Mariners minus 158 is your total. Mitchell Parker taking on, is that Logan Evans? Logan Evans for Seattle. Mitchell Parker this year, 4.42 ERA in 10 starts, 4-3 record, 55 and a third innings pitched, 27 earned runs, 25 walks, and 36 strikeouts. Once again, another guy that's still kind of young. This is his second year in the MLB. He did have 29 starts last year, and he's 4.19 ERA last year, 4.39 ERA this year. He's right on pace again, and that's what you're going to get out of him. Logan Evans on the opposite side, 5 starts this year, a 2-1 record, a 3.33 ERA, and 27 innings pitched, 10 earned runs, 9 walks, 21 strikeouts. Not a super big sample size, but he's been good. Take a look at WRC plus numbers. Seattle versus lefties is 9th in baseball, 109 WRC plus. Nationals versus righties is 19th, which is at 100 WRC plus. So hitting advantage towards Seattle. I want to say pitching advantage slightly towards Seattle as well. Then we look at the line movements, where we have the Seattle Mariners going from minus 150 to minus 155. So not a lot of line movement in this one. It's moved towards the over. It gone from 8 minus 110 to 8 minus 127. All the money is coming in on, decent chunk of the money is coming in on the over. Money's coming in 50-50 in terms of money on the side. I'm going to end the MLB card with a pass for this one, but should be a fun game between two teams that I really do like. Let's go ahead, and that is all for MLB. We've got 2 playoff games to talk to you guys about first before we head on out. Chat Nats first 5, and then Padres 8 games in a row at home versus AL East, which is Padres 8 wins in a row versus AL East. The Padres are playing Miami. You mean NL East? I could see an under in this game. I can see an under in that one game. Let's head to the NBA, where we got game 4 between the Knicks and the The Knicks and the Pacers. Pacers -2 with a total of 220.5. Knicks finally took a game in the series. All the road teams are winning games in this one. You've got this line open up at 2.5 for the Pacers, and now it's down to a 2, which is interesting. Although it opened up at 2.5 for all of a little bit. It went up to 3 and then back down, which is very interesting. Total's gone from 222 to 220.5. So it's definitely moved towards the under. Let's go ahead and check in on the market, where all that's going. Yeesh. A lot of money on the Pacers. But more bets and stuff on the Knicks in terms of money line. Kind of a weird line movement then, if a lot of money is coming in on the Pacers. Kind of makes me think I want to back the Knicks. But instead, I'm going to actually bet the under here. Because a lot of the money and everything's on the over. 95, 94, and the line's only moved towards the under. I'm going to go ahead and take the under here. I can get 220.5. I can get 220.5 at -105 for the Knicks and the Pacers. Part of me thinks the series is tied up going back to New York. Under 220.5. Pacers. I'm nervous about the Pacers now. I'm nervous about the Pacers tonight. I took the under. First half under. I could see the under. Yeah, I have the under. Yeah. Let's head to the NHL, where we've got the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers. Oilers -165 with a total of 6.5. Oilers coming off of a big 6-1 win. We got the over in the last game, which was nice. But they are now up 2-1 in the series. We go ahead and take a look at the line movement in this one. If we can get there. Yep. Line opened up at minus 157 and it's down to a 147. So line's moving towards the Dallas Stars. Line's also moving towards the under in this one, going from 6 plus 103 to a 6 minus 102. So 5-cent line movement towards the under. Towards the under in this one. We take a look at money, which is crazy because 86% and 89% are all over the Edmonton Oilers. And the line's moving towards the Stars. Let's go ahead and get this series tied up. Give me the Stars tonight. I've been riding my movements, and it's been putting me on the right side. The only loser so far in the conference finals for me was taking the Canes game 3. Other than that, this series has been perfect, and the other series has been pretty solid. It's been a 3-1 and a 4-0, so 7-1 run in the NHL playoffs. So I'm going to keep an 8-1 run in the NHL playoffs. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Stars to even up the series here. Stars. But that is everything for today. I'll have some WNBA plays up later as well. If you guys are interested in checking that out. All of our plays are up on the picksandparleys.net website. For anybody who misses shows and stuff, you guys can go ahead and jump on that. But that is going to be everything for today's show. We'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck.